Charter Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance, and we're coming to you from the California Democratic Party Convention 2016 in San Jose, California. We are joined today by Ortiz Legg. She is a candidate for the California State Assembly, the 35th Assembly District, currently held by Republican Cacho Ashajian. It covers all of San Luis Obispo County and northern Santa Barbara County. And I want to speak with you about your decision to run for the State Assembly. I have known you in the past. You work in the solar industry, and we did an interview. Did I interview you or a colleague?
You interviewed myself and a colleague.
That's what it was, I remember.
And that was from the Economic Vitality Corporation.
Yes, in San Luis Obispo County.
In San Luis Obispo County, when we were doing a program called Solarize.
Yes, of course, I remember that well.
Now you remember.
I do. I remember you, of course, but I want to talk to you about why you're running for the Assembly. I mean, you're doing such great work in San Luis Obispo County. Why take yourself up to Sacramento?
Well, the experience that I had for the last 6 years being a liaison for large utility scale solar projects, which are in the eastern part of San Luis Obispo County.
Carrizo Plain.
In the Carrizo Plains, yes, those projects are now completed and operating. 550 megawatts and 250 megawatts. That's 800 megawatts.
And what does that mean for our viewers?
What that means is approximately, let's see, 180,000, about 300,000 homes worth of energy.
For a year.
Yes, right.
That's,
continual.
Yeah,
that's enough
remarkable.
Power to power.
Right, I understand. Continually powering, that really helps.
Yeah, it's, it's solar is, what these projects really did is that they were rocket boosters.
Right.
And they took the industry and demonstrated that we could take renewable power and make power plants out of it.
So what has this experience done for you as you look toward a potential seat in the California legislature?
Well, what these large-scale projects did is that they're infrastructure, and we need infrastructure in California. What they did for me, though, as being a liaison, is that I was able to be a liaison for the workers, be a liaison for the companies, be a liaison to the county and the government entities. I saw that when we work together, we can accomplish amazing things. And we can do it in a way that's sustainable, low-impact development. Housing is one of the things that I've been talking about. We talk about it a lot in San Luis Obispo County. This district is broken up into both San Luis Obispo County and Santa Maria. Areas that have unique challenges, not the same.
Yeah, and let's talk about that, because when you think about the city of San Luis Obispo, what a beautiful community, fairly well heeled.
Yes.
When you talk about Santa Maria, it's a community that is facing tremendous challenges. And so I want to get a sense from you, how do you run in a district of almost 500,000 people that on the surface seems to be homogeneous, not so much ethnically, but just similar communities, but they're not?
It's a wide range of people. So we have everything, The one thing is that you got to know your district, and I know my district. And my district actually has agriculture being one of the primary industries.
Some of the best wine, by the way, out of Paso Robles, I must say.
And Santa Maria region,
Santa
too.
Maria, right, of course, and San Luis Obispo.
Yes, right. And then we have, where the majority of companies are small businesses, family-owned businesses that have been around for 4 generations. So, we are really a rural district with unique businesses and ways that we go to work. And so I think that was really important for me, is to be able to understand the needs of the workforce, the needs of the business owners, and how we can bring it together in order to streamline, if you will.
But what's so interesting about San Luis Obispo County, the Central Coast, is how darn purple it is. And boy, is it purple.
Yes.
You have someone like Lois Capps, representing the area in the United States Congress, a fairly left of center Democrat. You have someone like Cacho Ashajian representing the area, a fairly moderate Republican. You have now Bill Monning, a fairly left of center Democrat on the Senate side, but it had been Sam Blakesley, who was a Republican of some moderate stripe. So how are you running for this seat with its, just intense purple nature?
Well, I feel like I should be wearing purple.
Very fair enough, right?
Because
you look good in purple.
I really do feel strongly about the needs of everybody. You know, I think that in order to be a representative, you do have to be a liaison. And you have to be a liaison for all of those stakeholders, just like we had to do at the solar farm, in order to make things successful. So for those new companies that are coming to the area that are being, we planted seeds through Cal Poly, through the Center of Innovation and Entrepreneurship.
Right.
Wonderful companies.
Isn't that Sam Blakesley's group?
No, that one's not Sam's.
Okay.
Sam's got another
He's got
policy
a different one.
group.
Never mind.
That's right. Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship is an offshoot of basically trying to home grow technology companies.
I see.
And these technology companies are actually taking hold.
Right.
And when they grow, they need a place to put their young executives and workers.
I want to talk about housing, an important issue, but I do want to get a sense of, what's the plug? What's the message in this purple district that does have a Republican representative today?
Right.
It's considered a lean Republican district, so how do you get out there?
Right. So my main message is that this is about representation. Representation is incredibly important in Sacramento. And in order to really be part of the game up in Sacramento, if you will, you need to have somebody that can work with everyone, and that's me.
And it is a Democratic legislature, so arguably,
that's correct.
You would have more influence, the community would have more influence if a Democrat were there, arguably.
Arguably, that's correct. And also, I always want to remind people that I come from a small town in the Midwest.
Oh, okay.
And I think that it's really important to note that our needs are much different than San Francisco and Los Angeles. We're not Santa Monica and we're not Berkeley. We have rural needs. We don't have enough doctors. So even though you look at our community as being well-heeled and Santa Maria is having its challenges, Santa Maria also has great industries and a lot of things, but we also have a challenge with violence. Yeah. We have a challenge in Santa Maria. And so again, my message of working together, creating jobs, goes for everything from helping people get into the renewable industry and transitioning to the new economy that we have, whether it's technology, whether it's renewable energy.
But here's the challenge you face as you try to get people into these new industries.
Yeah.
Where are they going to live? To say that the Central Coast has expensive real estate is to state the obvious. I mean, we have a dearth of housing in California, but especially along the entire coast. So darn expensive.
Yes.
So talk to me about, can Sacramento do much about that?
Well, there's quite a few people who feel like we can do more in order to reduce that entry cost of building. You've probably heard that for a long time. At the Economic Vitality Corporation, one of our clusters, the housing cluster, has done enormous work to educate all of us about the ways that we can improve the process in order to build quicker.
And you have Cal Poly San Luis Obispo in your midst. You have all these brilliant graduates, and so many want to stay, and they can't, because they can't afford to live in San Luis Obispo.
And we have, the companies that they're creating are clean tech companies. We have even guys who don't even, the Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship also has a kind of a small business development center. So they've been helping people within the community take their ideas and move them out. We had a young man who came up with an idea on how to improve washing dishes in the restaurants. So, the old style of washing the dish with the shower head almost kind of thing. Stated. Yeah, so that uses gallons and gallons of water. This kid came up with something because his family has a hospitality business, and he came up with a box that basically you dip the plates in the things.
How do we get that kid to live in San Luis Obispo? And that's what we'll talk about when you come back next time on our program.
I appreciate that.
Her name is Dawn Ortiz Legg. She is a candidate for the California State Assembly on the Central Coast, San Luis Obispo, Santa Barbara. My name is Brad Pomerance in San Jose at the California Democratic Party Convention. This is Charter Local Edition.